Hawaii, it can be a good vacation spot, but it's not paradise.
People call it a vacation, but it's not really all that.
Do you not see the homeless people on the side of the road?
There's a lot of misconception about the homeless population. First of all, people don't really think about kids and homelessness.
There's no child, not even an adult wants to be on the beach. I try to think of it as a long extended vacation for me, but that only lasts for a little bit.
She was only 1 pound. 1 pound, 8.5 ounces. Still in the hospital for 2 months, and then came straight to the beach. I raised my 2 sons on the beach too, when they was newborn. Straight from the hospital, straight to our camp.
My oldest daughter plays the violin, and then my son, he likes to freestyle rap. And then this son, he's a monkey. Yeah, Jakari. He's too busy and checking out the high school girls. We still work. We don't just sit on the beach.
We have both parents working and you still can't afford to, make it.
We were homeless for a while. Thank God we had family and we were just living like house to house basically. And one of my friends, she's been homeless and they just find different places to camp around the island. And it's really sad to see that a lot of the people who are homeless are our native people.
These families live in places that nobody even knows exist, right? They're in bushes, they're in parks.
They're living down a little path off the side of the road where there's a place that they can put up a blue tarp and be safe or safe-ish.
It's like a third world country, no bathrooms. They gotta dig their own holes and no showers.
These kids are waking up, under a bridge and then having to go to school.
Now you realize, okay, I don't have a lot of clothes. I'm living in one sleeping bag all year long that isn't being laundered. So you have head lice, you have bad breath, you don't look like you belong.
There's bullying involved, there's teasing involved. And so on top of all the issues that they already have, a lot of times school is not a friendly place. These children didn't do anything wrong. Most times even their families didn't do anything wrong. They are stuck in an economic situation that is so very, very hard to climb out of.
If you're born and raised in this, you don't know any different. I mean, obviously look around, there's houses. They know people live in houses, but their family doesn't. And it's just a way of life. We had our teen mentor and we went to play mini golf, which was close to the mall. And she didn't even know there was a mall. They don't even realize there's a world outside of their 3 to 5 mile radius. There's a whole nother world out there right here on this island. And then she was asking me, maybe I can work at the mall. Yes, maybe you can work at the mall. It's just like when you open up their eyes past their radius, it's a whole nother world to them. Obviously, I can't save all 23,000 homeless children on the island, but we can work with the ones that we are able to work with and help them succeed. Okay. Oh. No, I can't do it. Aloha, I am Megan Patrick, the co-founder of Project Hawai'i. Project Hawai'i is a nonprofit organization solely supported by public donations. We provide services to the children that live in tents and cars and along the water's edge on 3 islands, Oahu, Maui, and the Big Island. We were established in 2003 to fill the needs of the overwhelming crisis that Hawaii faces with homelessness. Our nonprofit was created to be fully staffed and run by volunteers. We choose this as our way of having the community more involved. Everyone here is all on the same page. We know our roles because it comes from our heart and not from a paycheck or a government stipend or something in between. When you give, you actually help us have that stability of continuing our outreach, continuing to provide services when they're needed. 100% of those funds benefit our homeless children's lives, period. There's no staff paid. Yes, we have storage units, but there's no cushy office. Obviously, I don't have an office. I'm one of the fortunate ones in life that found my purpose early on. In my early 20s, I realized it is my mission, it is my purpose in life to help homeless children succeed. I couldn't have had that knowledge or understanding if I hadn't lived through it myself. I know exactly what it's like to eat out of a garbage can. I know exactly what it's like not to know where you're gonna stay that night. All the things that homeless children face, I've lived through that. However, I was able to pick myself up early enough. I found a way to make the positive in life. For a lot of the kids out there and the teens out there, it's not as easy as I might portray it to be. It wasn't easy for me either, but I did it. Statistically, I shouldn't be here. They statistically shouldn't succeed either, but they are, and they will, and that's what I'm here for. But this is what you do in life. You have stories. This one little boy, he was 10 years old. We would visit every Saturday, do lunches, do our outreach. They would get clothes, towels, whatever was on their list. And he's sitting on a rock wall crying. And he said, my dad's homeless, my grandfather's in prison, my mom's homeless, my grandma's homeless. I'm just gonna be homeless forever. There's no way out. And I said, I'm not here so you can grow up homeless. I'm here to help you. You don't have to be like your parents. You don't have to repeat that cycle. And he said, I was given an opportunity to go to a special school. It's on Maui and I can't go because my mom doesn't even have the airline ticket money. And I said, so again, why do you think I'm here? You need to voice what you need. And he goes, I need a ticket and I can go to this special school and I can live there. I said, okay, fine. Well, you know, what day do we need to go? We booked his ticket, we booked his mom's ticket. He also needed bedding for his dormitory room. We provided all of that. He lived there for 3 years. After that, he graduated high school and became an architect. He came back to me. He goes, I don't know if you remember me. And he said, I can draw the plans for your transitional housing that you've always talked about. And again, that was 10 years since I had seen him. Little things like that really are what we call success. He has a goal and a mission and a passion in life now, instead of thinking he's just gonna be homeless because that's the way life is. It was Christmas Eve and this little girl was given a Barbie doll. She said that she had never had a Christmas gift and, you know, Santa could never find them because they were homeless, and she was so excited. Over a decade later, I receive a Facebook correspondence. She goes on to say, that Barbie is with me today in my dorm room. I'm graduating college. So we always say the Barbie that went to college. My little helper. First in her generation to even graduate high school, let alone go away to college. It carries hope in their heart that I am worth something. As they grow older, they'll think back, well, I was worth that Barbie doll. Maybe I am worth playing on this team, or maybe I am worth getting this degree, or maybe, you know, it's just that it builds that foundation. We reinstill their childhood life and their dreams through childhood memories. They're not another number to me or just a statistic. They are real children growing up in our community. Once they have that self-worth and they know they're worth it, they can be it, they can do it. And we build that through our year-long programs, whether it be a holiday event that they come to or that we go to them, whether it be an outreach of just getting basic hygiene. They know they're worth it.
Self-esteem, Megan knows firsthand. Self-esteem is what it takes.
Oh my God, I love Megan. She is a spitfire.
Megan has probably like the most unique hair you'd ever see.
The families can see her from really far away. And they're like, oh, Auntie Megan's here.
She's so full of energy. She's so bright.
She doesn't take no for an answer. She is a force.
In Hawaii, we call that pa'akiki. She hard-headed.
Yeah, she's really bossy.
We stay together as a group, but we're gonna stay in our groups.
Together, it's kind of funny.
I hope I'm bossy. My purpose on earth is to save children's lives. I don't do that by being their friends. I'm not gonna ever be their mother. I can just give them the skills that they need to succeed. I look at it as a very logistical, I gotta help you, I have to feed you, I have to get these things for you. Cliff decided that if she's really gonna do this, she needs help on developing more education. And he has that background.
She took me out on our second date. she was telling me what she does. And then she said that she feeds the homeless children. And so we was at breakfast, and then we made a doggy bag, jumped in the car, and she said, "Can you do me a favor? Can you drive down this road? Because there's a man that, I always take food for." And so we went, and then she goes, "He's behind that coconut tree." So I took the food, and there was a man behind the coconut tree. This lady all the way come from California and sees all these homeless people, and I never really knew.
Oh my God, Cliff is so chill.
Uncle Cliff is always happy. He's always laughing, joking.
Yeah, squirt them in your eyes, and no.
He doesn't want people to feel left out. He doesn't want people to have a bad day or whatever.
Cliff is so good with these kids. He just loves being with them.
And then when I found out what she really did, I thought she was crazy, And then when I started really helping her, I thought I was crazy. So now we live in this kind of crazy world, but hey, what's not so crazy about the world that we live in today? We're just trying to do something to, help change the world.
When we first started, a lot of the kids that came, they didn't even know how to use a sink to brush their teeth. They didn't know how to brush their teeth. So teaching them these kinds of things, it makes a huge impact in their life. It does, because they've never had access to a toothbrush, to toothpaste, to a sink, let alone, sweeping, anything else, cleaning up. They don't have a room to clean up. So helping them learn life skills, daily life skills, it makes a huge difference for them.
Over 1,600 homeless children have been able to grow up through Project Hawai'i, escape that cycle, and end it within their own next generations. We're just looking at what does this child need to succeed and escape that cycle for themselves. That child will grow up and not have children born into homelessness.
You're gonna walk away with an education. You're gonna walk away with life reality things that could make you proud of yourself, because now you got a choice. You just break that cycle because you will choose for yourself. You never let society choose for you.
You wear size 8? You wear size 10.5?
They don't want to be donating used items to these children. They want to be able to make them feel special. They want to be able to give them exactly what they want or exactly what they need.
We have these bikes. We got 2 bikes for these 2 brothers that need them to get to school. So we are delivering bikes today.
And so used items or leftover stuff doesn't really fit what she needs.
We don't do random drives. Everything is child specific. They deserve to be able to hold their head up with pride and say, this is my new shirt. These are my new shoes. These are given to me. They're my size. We are creating their self-image, and you only get that with being individually cared for. Then once they get into our programs more full-time and do the summer education programs, do our spring break services, where we're with them longer, we are able to really enhance that inside, and their self-worth just goes through the roof and they succeed. It's not one thing that we do, it's the year-round process.
You cannot start anything without stepping forward first. And in Hawaiian over here we say imua. Well, imua means to go forward. It's all about bettering themselves, becoming a good person, a good human being, and going out there and treating everybody like how you want to be treated, Forget about the hurt. This is real hard for them. Forget about the hurt, overcome that.
We want them to have their own respect for themselves as Hawaiians. We bring that back to the children into their culture, and our activities are based so that they have that inner mana, which is your strength that comes from being Hawaiian. The state's graduation rate is under 50%. Our success rate is about 85%. The state's statistics show 4% of homeless children actually graduate, and typically they have a child in tow when they graduate. So we went from 4% to 86% in a matter of 15 years. I mean, I know it's a long stretch, but they were 3 when they started, and now they're graduating. So sometimes those do take years to even see the progress.
That is what's so significant with Project Hawai'i. They're staying in the program.
We have teen mentors that are 15, 16 years old that are helping 3-year-olds like where they started. And since they've been through the program, they know what is expected of the younger ones. So it is important for our teen leaders in their own right to help these kids grow because they know what's at the end. They know if they can help these kids grow, they will be successful like our teens. Our children that graduate are actually going into trade school, colleges, universities. Some actually leave the island and go to our sister universities on the mainland. That in general is unheard of in Hawaii statistically. Statistically, only about 25% of high school graduates will go on to college, and ours are over 50% go. We look at our statistics as what are we changing for the future? You know, not just this child, but their children no longer having to be part of that cycle. So our main goal is to stop and end the cycle for that child individually.
Cannot save them all, but you know what? The ones that we can save, we save. We save them. We help them. We help them. If they let us continue to help them, I promise you, we save them. They will succeed.
Megan and Cliff are absolute nutters. I mean, in order to do what they do every day on 3 islands, you have to be an absolute crazy person. And they are. And thank God we have them, because if they didn't do the work, I don't know who else would.
They just are so incredibly selfless.
I'm truly, deeply thankful for all that they have ever done for my family. Encouraged my oldest to go into college. My daughter, I truly believe this. From her being a part of Project Hawai'i, she was eventually able to get into a private school. It'll help her be a more successful person.
What mattered really is a smile on our kids' face, and that's what they provided, you know.
This program is fun, but it's also formative. So it kind of like builds on you wanting to gain more knowledge. And I think if I wasn't here too, I probably wouldn't be going to college. As of right now, I'm going for Hawaiian studies.
I want to go to school for nursing. Thank you guys for all you have done for me and my siblings.
It showed me that somebody can love me, you know? That's a lot of work, not giving up on somebody.
Sometimes it's that small spark of hope, right? That small understanding, oh, here is somebody who really, really cares about me.
You open these doors and who knows where that takes these kids.
It's just an amazing organization, and if we did this across the world, we could make a real difference. So start here, donate as much as you can, and then you'll see the difference.
Being able to give to Project Hawai'i, where I know exactly that every dollar is going to go where it's needed and where it's needed most, I think that's probably what's kept me connected with them for so long.
Keep helping, because small people like this, it helps us and it makes it a lot better.
You go. You're welcome.
I would donate to them if I could, honestly. When I get back up there, I will. I will get back up there one day. I will start donating to them. They're worth every penny.
I've had a lot of conversations with my kids about, you know, how blessed we all are, right? To have a home, to not wonder where we're gonna get our next meal, but you can be aware and do nothing, right? So one thing that I've tried to pass along to my kids is it's not enough to just know that it's out there, right? Like, what are you gonna do to make a difference?
Your donation really impacts this island more than you would ever know. Let's start changing the lives of our homeless children here and let them see paradise through your eyes.
What does it mean?
We don't know.
You don't know yet, but you will know. You'll tell me in 10 years what you are capable of doing, right? And that's the thing. Down the road, in the future, this could be our new radio announcer, right? You could be a football guy. You could be out driving a tractor or a D9. You could making a road happen. You could be a pilot. You could be an artist like me teaching other kids, right? Those are all important things. We just don't know. The future is so amazing for every single one of the kids who've gone through Project Hawai'i. And the key is it opens that future up. And thank you for being part of it. Great job, Spencer. Yeah.
Thanks for all your help.